Hello friends and my dear students. As in the last we discussed about robust design basics. Okay, and we got to know that this procedure and this design method was developed by Sir Taguchi. So he suggested a robust design method which we have to follow if we want to develop your product on the grounds of robust design. Okay, and basically the primary goals of robust design is to evaluate these losses and effects and determine the process conditions that would assure that product manufactured is initially on the target. And the characteristic of product means your process conditions and effects should be in such a way or evaluated in such a manner so that they should meet the target and characteristic of product, that is customer need, which would make performance insensitive, that is robust. Okay, means your product will be robust to the environmental and other factors which we have discussed. Let's see what are those factors: external noise factors, internal noise factors, and unit to unit variational noise factors. Okay, so these part I am not going in detail, which we have discussed in the last session. Okay, so now moving towards the method which is called as designing performance into product on the basis of robust design method. Okay, Taguchi has recommended a three-stage process or three-stage method for building performance and quality into the product, or for making a product to be a robust product. Okay, what are these three stages? Three stages are as system or primary or functional design. This is your first stage. Second stage is parameter design or parametric design. Third is tolerance design. This is somewhat related with the product architecture as well, if you will recall those things which we have discussed in the very initial sessions of this product design and launching subject, which is a 8th semester subject of Rajasthan Technical University in mechanical engineering domain. Okay, so in the product architecture you will also find out parametric design, tolerance design. So same things are here as well, which you have to encounter whenever you are designing your product on the grounds of robust design. Let's see what are these stages. First is system, primary or functional design. This is the first step in the design, and it makes use of technical knowledge to reach the initial design or the first phase of the design of product that deliver the basic desirable functional performance. Basic functions and secondary functions we have studied in the prior lectures. So what are the basic functions, how you are catering the basic functions that you have to see in your first stage, means first stage of the design. You have to means your technical knowledge should meet to those parameters which are basic functions. Okay, this includes design system, subsystems, and finally at elemental level design. Okay, some elemental level designs or bifurcation, if you will bifurcate your design into some elemental level, so till that you have to target in this system design or the first stage of robust design method. Next is parameter design. This step aims at finding the optimum setting of design parameter, means you have to optimize the value. Like if the maximum range of airflow required for your system is 20 meter per second and minimum is 10, then optimum may be 15, which is the average of these maximum and minimum value. So you have to finalize the optimum setting of those design parameters, and at this stage, to obtain the optimum parameters, a physical or mathematical prototype is built for product based on functional design. So these are the some parameters which you can utilize or which you should use whenever you are doing the parametric design on the basis of functional design. So this will give you the whole functional design method. Okay, got it. So next is your tolerance, which is the last method or last stage of your product design or robust design method. Okay, in this step the tolerance on the product design parameters are determined. Okay, means you have to determine the product design parameters tolerance. Okay, that loss which be loss that would cause to the society when performance deviates from the target. If your performance will not meet to the target, then definitely it will give some losses to the society. Like if you are using your pen which is not up to the mark, you are not able to write properly, the tip is every time it tip loses the touch from the paper, So that is a kind of loss to the society. You are not able to perform, or you are not able to meet the target. So those kinds of tolerances should be properly estimated. Once the system is designed along with the values of parameters, the designer has to set the tolerance. Means after finalization of the design, now designer should fix the tolerances of each parameter, and those tolerances should be optimum, as we have discussed in the last design step. And in tolerance design, the manufacturing tolerance that minimize the effect of noise factor. Means you have to manufacturing tolerance, you have already seen in your manufacturing subjects, as you all are from mechanical engineering domain. So what are the tolerances? Like if you are manufacturing a product of 20 diameter, and whatever manufacturing processes or machines you are using, that is not able to manufacture exact 20, that is somewhat plus minus 0.01 okay. So your limit or your tolerances will be plus minus 0.1 okay. So next is that in the tolerance design, the manufacturing tolerance should be minimized. The effect of noise means with the help of this tolerance design, you are going to minimize some noise factors, okay, and ultimately the manufacturing cost is determined, okay, with the help of this tolerance design. So if you will follow these three-stage method of robust design, then definitely your product or your services will be very robust. Let's take one case study, which is an automobile manufacturer want to improve the quality of painted surface of its car. Like at the end of the manufacturing, you have to paint the body of that car, okay. So the target is, means customer wants to improve the quality of painted surface of its car, okay. So quality is measured by the gloss reading of the first surface. Means the signing of the surface will be the quality measurement, okay, or target. The manufacturer wants to painted surface to have a higher glossy surface or higher gloss reading, and to be robust against the environment. Means that should also be robust to the environment. Means whenever it will come in the contact of environment of the real situation, then it should be robust. Means it should not deteriorate, it should not be fade up, means the color should not fade. Environment factors, partially temperature and humidity, are known to affect the painted surface. Thus a robust design will be used here, okay. As you know that environment factor will hamper the quality of this painted surface of its car, okay. So these environment factor will be considered as a noise for this. So these noises can be temperature or humidity. So these should be counted or taken care of, or take care of whenever you are doing the robust design for this particular problem. Let's see how we have finalized. Now the control factors have been identified to be flow rate of the paint. First is the flow rate, pressure in the paint gun, okay, then viscosity of paint and cure temperature. These are the three CTQs or control factors which you have to see during solving of this problem, okay. So as you know that flow rate, for these all are controllable factors ABCD: flow rate, pressure, viscosity and cure temperature, as per the identification from the customer point of view or customer need, okay. And flow rate for the particular case, the low level is 30 and high level is 50. Means you should take some optimum value, or your ranges whenever you are doing the painting of that car's body. The rate of flow rate should be in between 30 to 50, okay. Pressure should be in between 3 to 5, viscosity is in between 10 to 15, cure temperature is in between 120 to 160, okay. So this is the range we have fixed. You have to be in between of this, then only your design will be optimum or your design will be robust, okay. What are the noises that we will see? Okay, there are two noise factors which we will encounter or which will be taken into account, which is air temperature, which is ambient or room temperature. Next is humidity, which is ambient or room humidity, okay. So these things you have to counter whenever you are designing or whenever you are painting that car, which are controllable factor. Number one, air temperature, which should be in between 15 to 30. Means the air temperature should always be between these levels, okay. Next is humidity, which is also one of controllable factor. The range of humidity should be in between 30 to 90, okay. So this is the range we have fixed for the noise factors as well. So you have to encounter those noise factors, or you have to taken care of those noise factors as well as these control factors, so that you should get the optimum quality of painted surface. Means you should achieve higher gloss readings, which is the your objective. Okay, so if you will meet these parameters in the optimum range, if you will paint those body of the cars with the help of these controllable range or those optimum range, as well as the noise factors are there in the optimum range, then definitely your product will reach to the robust design, or that will encounter to the robust design method. Okay, you are going to satisfy the robust design methods, which is a 3-step method. Okay, so thank you so much. Stay tuned with our Engineering College Banswara YouTube channel for more such content. This is the series of product design and launching subject of mechanical engineering 8th semester of RTU, Rajasthan Technical University. Thank you so much for such content of engineering domains like computer science and engineering, mechanical, civil, electrical. Keep visiting and subscribe our Engineering College Banswara YouTube channel. Thank you so much.